I'm so excited about the X39. Being a cosmetologist, I jumped in with both feet. I worked 12, 14-hour days, and a lot of them, and got my career going. I had some issues. I've had some issues. I have an artificial disc in my neck. I have 8 inches of double rods in my lower back. I have knees that have been needed to be replaced since I was 48, and I'm 62. So it's been a while, and I said no. I'm a big person about any kind of alternative medicine, so I wouldn't do it. My pain any day of the week could go from a 5 to a 9 out of a 1 to 10. So lots of pain. And I just thought, okay, I'll live with it. I tried lots of things. I tried massage, reflexology, physical therapy, structural integration, essential oils, you name it, and always got a little bit of relief here and there. So I'm a big researcher. I research everything. So how I found the X39 was I listened to Prime Minister and I saw it on his program, and I was really interested because I've researched stem cell as well, and I thought, man, this sounds like it is it. But I wasn't sold because I had to research the company. I had to research what they did with the stem cell. So I went in deep and I researched the whole company. I researched the professionals in there, the scientists, the doctors, the solvency of the company, and found out it was unbelievable. That really, really pushed me to go ahead and try them. And I just didn't feel I had anything to lose. So this is day 15. The first day I put one on was I had just flown and orbited in an airport for 12 solid hours on a Friday. Got home, threw stuff from a big suitcase to a little suitcase, threw exam stuff together, jumped in my car at 7 a.m., drove 8 hours, set up for exams, got everything done normally. And I had ladies with me. Normally, when I get out of the car after 8 hours, I can barely walk. And I got out, grabbed suitcases, went in the school. And normally I say, all right, ladies, I'm done. So you all get to move the desks, the chairs. I'm going to hang up the signs because that's all I can do. Well, I grabbed the suitcases, went in, started moving desks, chairs. And one of the girls said, pardon my French, what the hell are you on? And I started laughing. I said, I'm not on anything. And she said, we've never seen you like this. And she travels with me a lot and works with me a lot in this. And I said, I'll tell you guys about it at dinner tonight. So I said, let's set up and go to dinner. So I did tell them a little bit about it. But my improvements were almost immediate. Again, the energy, no pain. It was unbelievable. Normally I flinch. I grit my teeth, everything else to get out of a car after traveling that long or anywhere traveling that long. And I just smiled, got out, as happy as a clam. I just felt so good. My flexibility has improved. My mobility has improved. I'm a little bit like V. Lynn. I used to say I was the 2-foot one-stepper, which means that each step I went down or up was one foot on it, the other foot on it. 1 foot on it, the other foot on it. That's how I went down and up. And the first time I didn't think about it. I was in a hurry and I ran down the stairs, 1 foot, 1 step. And I got to the bottom and I went, what was that? How did that happen? And I was just amazed. And every time something happens, it's just amazing to me. One of the things I forgot to mention when Beamy and I were talking is because of having the bad knees, and especially my right one's horrible, I had neuropathy in my feet. And when I was out in Kentucky, where I flew back from those 12 hours, my daughter put on a pair of sandals, and they have squiggly things on the soles and little pretty decorations on the top. And she said, Mother, how do you wear these? It feels like something's crawling on the top and bottom of my feet. I've worn them for 3 years. I never felt it. And one day, the Thursday after I came back from doing the exams, I was working and I kept kicking my foot because something was crawling on the top of them. It was bizarre. And I thought, for the first time, I stopped literally and just looked in my mirror at my client, who was also one of my good friends. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, I can feel my sandals and my feet for the first time in 5 years. I had not had any feeling. I can feel my sheets. I can feel everything. It's amazing. I didn't even know I had feet for 5 years. I just thought they were these big things on the bottom of my legs. So I've also had a lot of the discoloration from dark spots in my skin is fading. One big one here on my face is fading dramatically. So I'm amazed. I'm amazed, and I'm so incredibly happy. I know I have a great life to look forward to now. So that's kind of my story. My best friend, Carol, has 3 autoimmune diseases, arthritis, just lots of things going on. She had a really bad time in the past about 5 weeks. She came in to get her hair done. I hadn't seen her for a few weeks. We talk on the phone quite often. I hadn't seen her. She came in to get her hair done. She could not hardly walk. She sat in my styling chair when we got ready to go to the sink. I had to help her up. Sorry, took her to the sink, washed her hair out, and I had to help her up again. And the only thought that, sorry guys, that went through my head is I'm going to lose my best friend. I'd never seen her like that. And so I started telling her about the patches, and she was game. So I gave her one the next day. She told me that she had barely moved off the sofa, that she was maybe getting in 900 steps a day, and it was from the sofa to the bathroom to the kitchen, whatever. After having them on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning, she called me. She said, guess what? And a totally different woman. And I said, what? She goes, I did 12,000 steps today, up and down stairs. I did laundry. I cleaned my house. I cooked. And last night I slept. She goes, I put my iWatch on. And she said, I saw what I was doing. She goes, I slept 8.56 hours at 87% REM sleep. This was a woman who would wake up 5, 6, 7, 8 times a night and not go back to sleep hardly. So praise God. I'm sorry, but it's like, praise God. And I have my best friend back, and her sister even texted me and said, thank you for saving my sister's life. I didn't think we'd have her in 2 weeks. And she's doing amazing.